How do you seam carpet to a closet? In this video, I'm going to break it down. What's good, everybody? It is Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, showing you the simple steps and strategies you can use to be successful in the carpet game. So we have a little scrap piece of carpet here where we're going to seam it on to finish off this closet. Drop it in, make sure it's touching all the walls, and ideally have it going up an inch or two up each one of the walls so it'll make it easier for you to stretch on. Now, we're rough cutting everything down, getting it ready to cut that seam, put it together, and then we're going to stretch that in and be good to go. First things first, we're going to fold this piece back and we're going to get a nice clean edge on that, because the key to a beautiful seam is having a nice fresh edge on the carpet. If you can't cut a nice straight line freestyle, don't worry about it. Most people can't. Go ahead and use a small straight edge and create your straight line on the backing with that. Next, I like to just mark a couple little slits in the rug there so I know exactly where the seam is going to fall. I'm going to fold back that one piece. Now I'm going to fold back the piece I just cut the slits in, and we're going to play connect the dots here. I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to trace from line to line to line until I'm all the way done side to side. Once again, if you don't have a good steady hand, don't sweat it. Most people don't. You take your straight edge and you line it up to each one of those little notches you cut in the carpet there. Trace it out on each one of those and you'll be ready to put the seam together. Almost at the other end of the wall here. We're going to finish cutting that out and we're about good to go. So let's go ahead and get some seam tape next. Get it under the seam here so we can start burning this thing together. Alrighty, we got the seam tape. We're going to cut it hefty, about 2 inches up each wall roughly. We're going to fold that 2 inches under on each side so that way when it's sitting on the tack strip, it's going to beef it up just a little bit. So when your seam iron's sitting on it, it's going to burn evenly and give you a nice, solid, secure seam. So I'm going to drop that seam iron on there. Let it start doing its thing. If you're cooking it on high, let it sit there for about 8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 seconds. Goodness, do not let it sit there for 8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 seconds. Let it warm up evenly. And then we're going to go ahead and slide it an iron's length forward. You could always peek at the back end of it as well to make sure it's burning evenly. Once everything's good, blend that seam in, put it together. The key is you want to make sure the backing is touching backing and none of the fibers are falling down in the glue. Fibers fall down in the glue, you're going to have an ugly seam, so you definitely want to avoid that. Now we're going to go ahead and slide the iron out, and once you're done putting this together, let it sit for a good 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes for a little bit of insurance, and it'll be dried and ready to rock. That's all there is to it. You can start stretching it on, finish off your room, and you'll be good to go. You got any questions about the carpet and flooring industry? I want you to comment below. I'll create a follow-up video answering your question for you. Thank you so much for connecting, and I'll see you on the next video.